Well, hello there, friends, and welcome to the Monday Show 59. I'm your host, Wes. With me, as always, my good friend Roots. Roots, can you feel it? Can you feel the anticipation, brother?
Uh,
Tomorrow's the day.
yeah. I was almost ready to call in sick for work, and then I thought, nah, it's probably need the money. But no, I was just telling you the night just can't seem to go by fast enough. My UPS thing says it should be here between 8 a.m. and 12 noon, even though Amazon said 11 p.m. UPS is usually really good if they give you a notification. I've got a double notification set up, Wes. I'm going to get Amazon's going to text me and UPS is going to text me, and then I'm going to freaking drive my ass home. I don't even know what customer I'm in the middle of. I'm just going to just walk away and go get my headset. So.
Right, like hand them the spray and be like, "Here, you finish this. I got
Yeah.
some shit to do."
Yeah, I'll just or make up some excuse. Oh my God, I just got a text my daughter, blah blah blah, and then just get out of there
Hey,
and then be VR. And but I did want to throw a shout out to Bud Lights for subbing. He subbed right before the show. That's the best time to do it. That way we can shout you out in real time. So we appreciate your subscription for sure.
we do appreciate your subscription, Bud Lights, and I appreciate you appreciating that, Roots, being from the Rocky Mountains of
Mm.
Denver, Colorado. I would expect you to have some kind of a Coors Light bias going on here.
Yeah, I usually bounce back between the two. It's funny because most people say it's not even beer, but I prefer the light Bud or Coors myself. So for
Yeah, I
sure.
like I like I like full Budweiser versus Bud Light, but
Mm.
I like Coors Light more than full Coors. Coors Light goes down like water, man. It's great.
It does. It does. Hussein X, how's it going? Actually, I was just gonna type it in. I might as well say, hey, what's going on? And Spry Guy says my beard's filling in. Yeah, me and Wes, we're sporting the beards. It's the Bearded Crew. We're gonna change the name to Bearded VR. And I don't know, probably not. It's probably not a good idea to change a name after a year and a half. I think it'd be a bad idea.
I don't know, man. Well, we got a pretty good name. I guess we'll stick with it.
Yeah.
But good news and bad news, Roots. Good news, totally off tomorrow, dude. I don't have to work tomorrow. I will be here and ready to play VR all day. Bad news is I'm not so sure my headset's going to be here, and it kind of pisses me off because I went to great lengths to make sure I was one of the very first people to order this thing. I mean, it wasn't even on sale for 5 minutes, and I bought it directly from Oculus to ensure that I would have it on launch day. And as we as we're speaking right now at an hour till midnight on the night before, I have yet to receive any kind of shipping confirmation. I have no tracking number, no ETA, and I'm pretty pissed off about it, to be quite
Yeah,
honest.
I don't blame you. I was kind of worried today till I got my shipping thing because people got it last night, and then I got one today, and it says it'll be here tomorrow by noon. But I don't know, man. Like you got it in there. I waited like 2 days. I didn't even know I was going to get it until I noticed Amazon had it, and I thought, well, I might as well reserve it and see if I decide I want it, and I ended up getting it. So. You would think if you got yours in early and if you were getting from the actual company that you would be solidified with your sale, right? This is the year of, you know what? Like I know you pre-ordered it, I know you got it locked in, but fuck you, you ain't
Yeah,
getting
right.
shit, and it's so weird. I've never seen this before where companies promise you the moon and then they just like snatch it back like Lucy with Charlie Brown's football. You know what I mean? Like this is big, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen people like you who got it much later on Amazon that are confirmed for tomorrow. I've seen people who got it from Oculus a full week after it went on sale that have confirmation that they're getting theirs tomorrow.
Mm.
But I have no confirmation. I did contact Oculus support via chat at around 7 p.m. and they told me that it's at the warehouse waiting to be picked up. They told me that it should be here tomorrow, but I'm skeptical, Roots. I
Mm.
think if it was going to be here tomorrow, I'd have a tracking number by now. I mean, what are they going to do? Like same day it to me in the morning? I don't think so.
No, that's not the way it works. Not with this. I mean, UPS is working till 11, so man, that tells you how many are going out. You know what I mean? They're not going to be worried about the one or two that fall between the cracks, which is, it kind of sounds like that's what happened, which has happened to me before, but it couldn't happen to a it couldn't be worse for anybody because you don't even have a PCVR headset, man. You were waiting.
Yeah, and of all people, like I've been sitting here for weeks telling people not to, calm down, not to get their pitchforks out over all this privacy stuff and Facebook integration. I've been kind of the mediator between the public and the corporation, and now they stab me in the back like this. I feel betrayed, Roots.
Quadzilla actually had a good idea, and of course, it's presuming you've got the money to do so. But maybe you run out and buy one tomorrow from Best Buy, and then just return it. As soon as it gets here,
Yeah,
just refuse the package.
that's a lot of trouble to go through. I mean, I'm sure I'll have it by. Surely I'd have it by Wednesday, right? Like it wouldn't be more than a day late, right?
I don't know. I would hope not. I mean, I don't even want a day late. I got kind of pissed, man. I looked at my email and it was just the wording of it was basically saying that it was going to come on a certain day. It was going to come on the 15th, but it was coming on the 13th. And I saw 15th and my instant reaction was like, well, what the fuck, man? And then I read it closer and I was like, oh, okay, it's coming on time. But I was pissed, and I already have my headset. I just, I've got it set in my mind. It's the 13th. It needs to be the 13th. I scrambled to make sure the money was there today before it got charged. You know what I mean? Everything's set. And I started reading up on this Quest too, Wes, and I'm late to the party of actually reading article after article. And, man, it really sounds like it's going to be the pixels, man. Like it's going to be phenomenally sharp. Right. And I am so
Yeah,
excited.
dude. That's blows my mind. At $300, I mean that's just incredible. Like I was saying yesterday on the show, all of your tea drinking PC elite guys that went out and spent their $1,000+ on their Oculus Quest, they're not going to be able to enjoy the same resolution as Joe and Sally Beat Saber are
Mm.
for $300. It's just incredible, and I think it's going to do a lot for the profile VR. I think it's already done a lot for the profile VR.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that earlier, because that's one of the biggest gripes about people coming into VR. I say 2016, and then when even the Quest was the same kind of. It's like, yeah, when I watch movies, it looks good, but it's not as clear as when I watch it on my own TV. I'd rather watch it on my TV. And I'm not saying it's as good as the TV as far as clarity wise, but they say it's pretty damn close, man. And I think it is going to raise the profile. I think it's going to change everything, that extra sharpness. And I don't think, like you were saying with the Quest, you have to use the tool, right? For the link, you have to use the the tool tray, right? Like to make it look good. But I think you're not going to need to, because of the extra pixels. You're still going to need it, but it's going to be way, way less. You know what I mean? I think it's going to blow us away, I think.
Yeah, not only that, but Oculus actually updated their own software to allow you to prioritize, graphical quality versus performances. And I never used that stuff after they updated it. I kept using the tool tray, but you may not have to use the tool tray anymore.
Mm.
But I do know that it works, so I just kind of kept going with that method.
Ah, cool. Well, I'm just psyched. I'm psyched. Wireless virtual desktop will probably be my first game I buy or program, I guess. And plus all the games we're getting from awesome devs that we've been talking to, or you've been talking to, I should say. And so I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've probably spent more time talking to devs this past week than I have playing VR. In fact, I know that because I barely played any VR this week. But not the case for you, huh, Roots? I mean, the weather has cooled down, and your hiatus is coming to an end, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, what's funny is somehow instinctively the universe knew that you were getting screwed out of playing, so I just wanted to play more. I balanced it out, and now we're good. But no, I think it's a combination of a lot of things. Part of it is obviously the cooling, and I've been wanting to get back into VR more. But also, 2 out of the 3 games I'm going to talk about were HOTAS driven. Well, one of them wasn't, but it's going to be. So it's like that extra thing pulling me in, which is the Quest 2 as well, is going to be, I guarantee, the way it's looking. And I'm almost guarantee, I told you 99% sure I'm going to sell my Rift. S, and so I'm excited. But I guess I'll get into my first game, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, as always, we always like to start the Monday show off by talking about what we've been playing. And again, I haven't played much, but we're more than happy to let Roots pick up the slack here with his three titles.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and it's funny because I guess this first one was a no brainer, and it was happened because Epic Game Store gave us this free game last week, right? And then I heard that it was from the same people as Journey, and I enjoyed Journey so much that I thought, well, I'm going to check and see if it has a Vorpex thing, and sure enough, it does. And so I played Abzu, and it was definitely an adventure. It took me about 2.5 hours, and in this game, I'm almost hate the shark, Wes. This is one of the first, man. This is one of the first where I really stressed out. I wanted to kill this shark, and I can't tell you the stress the shark caused me. And I don't know if it was a personal issue or what happened, but it was very frustrating in that respect. But other than that, the game was very beautiful, really cool.
So what kind of game is this? What was kind of the object here?
It's pretty much exploration. As a matter of fact, I was even telling the stream that I was streaming it to. I said, "Man, this is actually a game I think Wes would really love because it's very, I guess, open world esque, but it's not because I mean you hit boundaries and it'll turn you around, but you're just constantly swimming around, checking things out, interacting with all these fish and stuff. It is telling a story, and just like Journey, the story kind of blew over my head. Now, Cyan told me the reason why I thought you would really like this is you're going into these different caves and stuff, and there's all these hieroglyphics and things all over the walls, and I guess that's what's telling the story, is what Cyan told me. I didn't see it, but it's there, and maybe I need to read up on what the story's all about. But the shark's frustration, man, like I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I kept grabbing this shark, right? And it's cool because you can grab the shark and swim around, but it wasn't letting me control it properly. And then when I would want to be doing something else, all of a sudden my guy would just grab the shark and start swimming around. And I thought, I'm going to finish this game. I'm sure I did something weird because I think I changed the buttons on it or something, but I don't know.
So you wanted to grab the shark, but you ended up jumping it, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. You know who else likes to jump the shark?
My mom.
Yeah.
In Vorpex, did we go full VR with it, or was it immersive screen?
It's immersive screen. See, that's one of the things I agree with Alex. He was saying the other day can't really. I don't think Vorpex is there for the full VR, right? And I think the immersive screen makes it look super sharp, and it's really close, and it's 3D, and it makes you feel like you're in there, and it looks good. You know, you go full VR, it gets kind of janky. The everything goes down as far as clarity wise, and I know people swear by it, but I swear by my experience. And not only that, but there's no other person that I know that's putting more time into Vorpex than probably Alex, besides Drillo. Those two are like the two that I know that if they know what they're talking about, and I value their opinion as well, especially when it lines up with mine. So
Yeah, well, I agree wholeheartedly as well. My experience has, I don't think I've had a good full VR experience in Vorpex, but I have had many amazing experiences on Vorpex as well as Helix Vision with the immersive screen. And it's aptly named because it's not just a screen, right? It's very immersive. How was the 3D in this game?
it's really good. I didn't feel like it was as good as Journey, but I mean, maybe it was just different because it was water, but it was really good, especially when you're going through the kelp and stuff, and you're swimming through. Really made you feel like you were there, and especially you'd go in these pools of fish, and you know how the Journey, you've got that sound thing. You got the same thing here, but when you do it around fish, especially the small ones, they will like group to you, start swimming with you and around you and stuff. So I got my posse going with me, and we were just tearing up town all over all over the place. But man, and sometimes just jumping up, I mean, it really was cool. It was different, man. It was definitely like an adventure that I think is worth it. I think it was worth, obviously it's free, or it was for me, I don't know if people picked it up or not, or is it still free this week?
It is. It is still free.
Okay, yeah. So if you haven't picked it up on Epic Game Store now and you want to play through it, even if it's flat, it's definitely cool. But I would submit that playing it in the headset with Vorpex makes it 100 times better.
Yeah, so this is something that we inform people of on the free stuff and killer deals for yesterday, and I wanted to just go ahead and add something to the free stuff and killer deals for this week that I wasn't aware of yesterday, but I found out about today. For those of you who are members of Amazon Prime, they're giving 25% cash back right now on store cards. So PlayStation Store, Xbox Store, Nintendo Switch Store. That also goes for
Wow.
like subscription services like PS Plus, PS Now, all of this stuff. If you buy it from Amazon in digital code form, they're giving 25% back right now, which is an insane deal. And I would suggest anyone who needs to maybe re-up their subscriptions or is thinking about buying a digital game, do this first and save yourself some money.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, this has nothing to do with the games or free games or whatever, but Amazon Prime is tomorrow and Wednesday, right? So
That's absolutely right.
it's good
Prime
days.
Day.
Yeah, good days to pick up some of those things, like a new controller or, I mean, those controllers that are like $60. I think they're usually 30, $40. And I'll tell you what, this thing here for me has been the best investment in the world. Is it just, I just hit one button and it hooks up and it just works with everything. And
Yeah, I need to get a new DualShock. I mean, well, I've got two PlayStations, and one of them drifts pretty. Well, I mean, not bad, but it's enough to be annoying. I'm just hesitant to buy a DualShock right now, knowing that PS5 is getting ready to come out.
mm,
DualSense controllers are getting ready to hit the market, and I got to imagine that the price is going to drop pretty rapidly on DualShock controllers.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I agree because those other ones have so much more technology in them. And Scion thought I was going to kill that shark with my rage, but I did make it to the end. I was getting really irritated because I want to move on. And like when you go to push a button and all of a sudden you're trying to go over there and then your guy grabs the shark and starts swimming around and you're like, come on, dude. Like, no.
Are there dolphins in the game?
Oh, there's all sorts of stuff. Yeah, dolphins, pretty much everything you would get, and you're just constantly going around unlocking stuff. And I kind of felt like it was maybe I'm wrong, but like it was a message that, like, because you were helping restore the sea, that like maybe humanity was polluting the sea or something. I'm sure there was some kind of SJW's message in there, but I enjoyed it. It was cool.
You know, interesting thing about dolphins, Roots, they taste just like tuna.
I heard that you got their
They
dolphins.
call them the chicken of the sea,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Fun fact.
Well, I try not to eat dolphin, but I have no idea what's in that can. I love some tuna, so
Yeah, it don't matter what's in there. It just matters what it tastes like, right?
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Let me ask you this, Roots. Abzu on an immersive screen or Jupiter and Mars in full VR?
I don't. I'm trying to remember Jupiter and Mars. Oh, that's
Is
okay.
that
No, oh, in on PlayStation VR,
right.
Abzu, absolutely. Jupiter and Mars. I just felt like I felt like I was captive. I literally felt claustrophobic in that game. I don't know if you felt that way, but like in this, at least one, you get to jump out of the water. And I was out whenever I mean, not whenever I wanted, but there's actually parts where you get out and you walk around and do stuff. Like this is more than what you think it is, or at least what I thought it was. And it's
It looks a lot like Journey, honestly, watching the footage of it, the way that I see a lot of similarities.
yeah, look at that guy. He's stealing my patented move. He does a circle and at least that's what I call it. It was my patented move. But I enjoyed my time in it. And like I said, it took me about 2.5 hours and it was I think it was fun. So
Yeah, it looks awesome. Definitely looks like something that's going on my list, especially, I mean, it's free, right? I mean, it's already in the library. We already have, uh, Vorpex and Helix Vision, so for sure I'm going to get around to it. If I do, in fact, ever have a PC headset again,
mm,
screw you, Oculus.
let's hope. Yeah, because if you don't get it, man, there's gonna be problems. Something's gonna.
Damn right, there's gonna be problems. I'm gonna burn the shit down.
Yeah, well, that's 2020, man. You don't like something, just burn it. Burn it
Yeah,
down.
burn it down. Yeah,
Mm,
exactly.
yeah.
Swift Silent Deadly has joined the chat, Roots, and I know how to pronounce his name now.
Yeah, we got his name, and then you said something to me that intrigued me earlier today. You said that Soren B joined the Patreon, right? I'm not even gonna make you, because I saw Soren at the beginning of the show. I'm not even gonna make you wait till next week for your shout out and thank you. It really does mean a lot, for sure.
Absolutely. Shout out Soren B. Shout out Overgees. Shout out all of the Patreon supporters. We appreciate you all very much. Very much.
And keep in mind that is part of the frustration that Wes and I are sharing about his headset not being there tomorrow, because we plan on making a video finally, because the stars are going to align, and we're going to try to make a an Oculus Quest 2 video, right?
Yeah, money show Roots is talking about here. Patreon exclusive money show. It's been a while since we've done one, mainly because I've been limited to PlayStation VR 2, but a lot of timing issues involved with that as well. But yeah, the plan was to shoot a money show tomorrow night in our new headsets, talking about them, giving impressions, and it's all up in the air now, Roots. We don't know if we're actually going to get to do that tomorrow, or we may actually have to wait another day or two to shoot it.
They might have to, but either way, it's going to be fun, and I can't wait.
And we also we've got in the works for the very near future an epic length money show to make up for the lost time. You guys, again, we appreciate you a lot, and we haven't forgotten about you. It's just been technical issues and things of that sort that kept us from putting a money show up for a while, but trust me, we're going to make it all up within the next week to a week and a half.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, what else did you play, Roots?
All right, so my second game I got, actually I got into 2 games on that night, and this one I did with the gang, and actually Radio Run, I think it was Radio Run, maybe it was Science. Somebody told me they couldn't believe that I actually joined them, because it has been a bit since I've joined in the multiplayer group. Mainly because they squeezed me out of the last Battlezone VR group. So, no, I'm just kidding. But Battlezone VR basically is the game, and we played four-person co-op. And this game is really cool. And this is the one game that I said that I corrected myself that was HOTAS driven. I didn't know. I went to go get in it, and then I realized, and I was gonna mess with the VR or the HOTAS, and then I didn't have time. Didn't even know if you could do it, but I did solidify that you can use your HOTAS for this. So the next time I go in there, I will have my HOTAS set up for it. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude, this is one of the games that has been quickly rising on my want to play list. I've never played Battlezone. I always thought that it was kind of a versus multiplayer game where people were fighting each other, and then I found out here 2 or 3 months ago that that's not it at all. This is a co-op game, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, it's up to 4 people. It's kind of like a board game in a sense. So you have like a bunch of places you have to move, and then you're going up against the computer, I guess. I don't know exactly. I didn't really run the board too much. I think Cyan was probably doing that. Spry Guy just said he missed out on Battlezone, and I was just about to tell you, Spry Guy, thank God, because I took your spot. So if you were there, Roots wouldn't have been in there. And so I appreciate you being out of town for the weekend. That really helped me out. And but I'm glad you're back.
Now, we may actually be able to put together a second Virtual Strangers Battlezone crew, Roots, because this week on Humble Bundle, you can buy this game for $5.
Ooh.
It's not just this game, but there's a bundle of games, one of which is Battlezone.
And what's the bundles? What, $10 or is it $5?
It's like one of those tiered things. So like I think $5 buys you into the tier that gives you Battlezone, and then like $10 adds something. I'm gonna bring it up.
I need to get it because
it's been a while since I looked at it.
I said this last time, but I need to get that because I want to get you get the keys, right? I want to get it for the show, for the end of the year show.
Yeah, the 2020 show. That's right. Which I'm going to have to actually get started working on here really soon, because the end of the year is coming up very quickly, Roots.
Swift says he made the mistake of ordering from Oculus this time as well. Got the shipping notification, says the 14th. Crossing fingers for the 13th. So how?
Bullshit.
No, seriously, how does Oculus get second fiddle to Amazon, man? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, it blows my mind, dude. I don't get it at all because, again, I bought it the day that it went on sale, uh, uh, almost the minute that it went on sale from the actual manufacturer. So what the hell? What's going on? I don't get it.
Yeah, usually I order from Best Buy, like Quad was saying, so I can go in and pick it up in person. There's no delivery, but I didn't have the cash to do it at the time. I had to use Amazon's don't charge till you ship type of thing. But that's weird. But you know what's weird is like it's still, as far as last time I looked, it was still available up until pre-order. I'm assuming it's still available to order now, which tells me this is going to be the gift of Christmas. I mean, there's a lot of technology coming out, PlayStation 5, whatever, but everything's so limited, man. And when they can't get this PlayStation 5, people are going to turn to the Quest. And I think it's going to work out very well for VR. It's going to work out very well for Oculus. And that's going to be cool.
I concur. If people can just get the thing when they order it.
Yeah, if people can just get the thing. Well, you might just say screw Oculus and return your thing and run to Best Buy and pick it up tomorrow.
Yeah, if I could just cancel it like that, I might would do that.
Yeah.
I don't see this bundle on here anymore, Roots. I think it might be over
We
with.
missed it. Damn it.
Yeah. This was one of the things that was on the show last week. So yeah, it probably is gone by now.
Roy Schwartz says he's in Baltimore and or he's in North Carolina and it just shipped from Baltimore at 8:23. So he's in like Flynn. I don't know.
Well, I'm holding out hope that it is just what they said and that the shipping thing just hasn't been updated on Oculus yet, and that it actually is. UPS has it right now, and they're in route.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the things Quadzilla says, it must have been built a ton of them because they're still available for pre-order everywhere. And this is the thing. That's one of the things that Scion complains about. That's the reason they went with the cheaper materials, right? Not cheap, but cheaper, more readily available. When you have stuff that is out there, when you're using materials that are like very hard to get a hold of or very limited or not as easy, you're limited in how many you can put out. But if everything's readily available, you can put out as many as you can make, right?
Yeah, and I'll gladly trade some fabric on the outside of the thing for the XR2 chip that's inside the thing. I mean, that thing's amazing.
Yeah, dude. And then, like I said, I was reading the breakdowns of the lenses and that just how the colors are going to be better, like everything, dude. I don't think people realize how good this is going to be. I'm so excited. I waited for the right upgrade, and I think this is the one.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, you did absolutely wait for a great upgrade, and again at a great price. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah. Well, Recycle says can't get a 3090 because he doesn't know how to code his own bot. You should have paid for that one. That one, you could have just got the service. Now, granted, you might have to wait a year in line to get in there, but.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's always 3070, right? They're supposedly bulking up the stock on those. So,
and there's always 6 months, man, depending on what you have down the road. Like, I'm the same way. I want it now, but sometimes it benefits you to wait and not deal with the nightmare. And maybe it doesn't get better. And maybe it ends up being like the 1080 nightmare where people waited too long and then something happened to jeopardize, production, which in that case, or I guess supply, which was the all the bit mining, but it could be something else. It could just be supply and demand, or they just can't get the materials anymore. You never know.
Yeah, that's another one of the reasons I like to buy from EVGA because you're never quite locked in, at least for the first 90 days. They allow you to step up to the next tier up. So if they do say in December decide to drop some TI and super versions of the card, I haven't lost a dime. I can trade in my card. They'll give me full credit for it, and all I got to do is pay the difference to get the next tier up.
Yeah, that's worse. I almost did that with my 2080 to the 2080 Ti, but the thing that did it for me is I didn't want to I didn't want to be without a video card for a week, and you've done it for several weeks. I should have just done it. Well, maybe not.
Well, I mean, it's all good now. I mean, we're in 3,000 years now, so it won't be long before you just break down and pick up one of the new ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, dude, Battlezone looks awesome. It's co-op, which I absolutely love. Too bad I couldn't get in on the humble sale of it, but it goes on sale a lot, so I'm sure I'll pick it up soon.
Yeah, and what's cool about it is just how everything works. Like you've got your guns, you know, you're shooting all this different stuff, but it's very strategic. And the healing, the way it works is you got to be together. So as long as you're kind of sticking together, you're healing each other, right? But that doesn't always work because you get in a clusterfuck where everyone's bouncing into each other and you're trying to go, and then Overgeez is right in your face, up in your grill, and you're like, Overgeez, get the hell out of my way. You know what? It doesn't matter what game Overgeez plays. He will go balls to the wall, slamming into things and killing stuff, and then die. He dies. Every time you turn around, he's dead, but he's still the top of the leader. I don't know. He's just all in, I guess.
Kamikaze style, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I got reading the chat and lost my my train of thought. Drew says that Battlezone's awesome. He might buy it again on PC. Have you unlocked a new tank yet? He asks.
I have not. I know that there was well, see, Spry just linked the Humble Bundle, so maybe it does work.
Yeah, I didn't see it on the main page, but I'm gonna click this link real quick.
But I have 3 tanks. I don't think I've unlocked anything. I've only played a couple games. I had played it originally when I first bought it, like a year ago by myself, a couple games. I was a little put off by the whole board game thing because I didn't know what the hell was going on. That's why I love doing it in a 4-man group, because I don't have to know what's going on. I just let Scion do all the work, and then I just kind of, go around and kill stuff. So, that's, if you don't know Ruuts, that's my MO. I love to ride along. I don't want to be doing all the work. I just want to kind of just slide through. But
sometimes you got to do what you got to do to take the path of least resistance.
Yeah, sometimes you got to have Jim Hall screaming at you to get on the sales, because I don't like to get on the sales. So
yeah, a week left on this bundle, Ruuts, and it is $5 to get the gold edition of Battlezone on PC on Steam.
Wow.
And then if you want to throw another $5 down, you can get Dirt Rally 2.
Oh, wow. Well, that's actually a really good deal. And how many times have I told you, Wes, I'm thinking about buying Dirt Rally 2, and then I don't do it? I've said that 1,000 times. So that's a good deal.
Well, here's your chance.
Yeah.
For $5.
For $5? Yeah, it sounds like it's a good deal.
I'm going to favorite that page so I don't lose it again, because I really couldn't find it on their main page a minute ago.
Basic tanks start with a MK1 weapon. When you unlock a new tank, it starts with a MK level 3. Huge upgrade. So I'm going to have to do that because I feel like I was kind of gimping it. No wonder why Overgeez looked like he was doing good. He just upgraded his tank. He's just trying to be slick and make Ruuts think he's killing a bunch of stuff. His tank's just better.
Well, that tends to help, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's like when we were playing mini motor racing. Remember, I kept beating you until you upgraded your car, and then and then you were suddenly right there with me, and I was like, "What the hell, man?"
You were like, "Let's play something else." I won one match, and Rich was like, "Let's go check the next game out."
Exactly what happened. That's funny.
It was kind of hilarious. Is that game's not cross-plat, is it? The Mini Motor Racing X? Because I was going through my library last night, and I realized that I still have access to that one on my PlayStation VR.
I don't think it is. I thought I looked it up, but let me look it up real quick. I don't think it is, though, because that would be a good game. It says cross-plat.
We need more cross-plats, Ruuts. That's the big problem with PlayStation VR, is that it's kind of in a closed-off ecosystem for 95% of the games.
Yeah, and you don't even realize it really until you get isolated into that zone for a while, and you're like, shit, man.
I mean, there's stuff you can play, but most of it, you're I mean, not that there's not people to play with, but I mean, I want to be able to play with everybody, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. It says full support for VR and non-VR gameplay on PlayStation 4 with multiplayer cross-play between them. So it doesn't say anything about being
Right. You
able
can play
to.
with flat players, but you can't play with Steam players.
Yeah. So
Oh well, it is what it is. Just a thought.
yeah. Well, you don't own it on the on PC though, right?
No, I just have the PlayStation version, but it
Yeah.
does go on sale quite a bit. So, to be quite honest, I'm psyched for Dash Dash. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
me too, dude. I'm psyched for Dash Dash. I'm hoping they can get back to me so that we can not have to do what we were talking about, but we'll see. Either way, we're going to be playing it in style, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Wee Wee Man 101 says Biden 2020, and all I got to say to that is, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
So what else did you play, Roots? You said you had 3, right?
Yeah. Okay, so the other one was the really was the HOTUS inspired one, and I talked a little bit about it on the Sunday show yesterday, but I didn't get too much into it. And that is Overload VR. And the reason why I got into it, obviously, like I said, the HOTUS, and I had to recalibrate the entire thing, or mostly the entire thing, but it showed me that it's so easy to recalibrate everything. Like I had such a nightmare recalibration, Logitech nightmare with the wheel. And so I don't know if this is the Thrustmaster version of greatness, because people say the Thrustmaster wheel doesn't have issues either. So I'm starting to think it might be Logitech, but it was so easy to recalibrate or reset everything up. And then once I did, probably about 30 minutes of playing, of getting used to the controls. But after that, it's just amazingly fun. So, and I don't know whoever's video I picked here, they should have, I don't know why they're showing that. It's almost like it's you did it, because usually you talk in the beginning for a while,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I set the stage like thoroughly
Yeah.
before I get started playing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, actually, YouTube tweeted out something the other day about kind of making fun of people like me who talk for 10 minutes and then say that they don't want to talk for too long before they get started. And they ended up having to apologize for it because you know how people are today. Everybody got offended by the joke, but it was actually pretty funny. And they ended up apologizing for it because I guess 3 people got pissed off about it.
Yeah. Well, and I've said that before too. We make our jokes, and some people have actually quit unsubbed because they thought, whatever, oh, these guys are racist. And I'm like, no, it was a joke, and it wasn't even a racist joke. But some people, I just feel like people are very on edge, and some people are looking to be offended about stuff, and it kind of sucks because I'm the opposite. I look to not. I think you have to take offense. You like physically have to take it, and I refuse. I'm not going to take it. So.
I agree. We're not gonna take it. So this Overload, it's been around for a while, right? This is not a new title.
Yeah, I believe it came out in 2017. I thought I saw some. It was early access, I believe, and it's not. I mean, it's from the creators of Descent, and it's flat game, but they did a VR mode as well. And this is an amazing screen, but they need to get into the gameplay, but. It's really fast paced, and I will tell you, Wes, like when I normally played it, I usually try to play things in the middle. When I first started with the HOTUS, I thought, okay, I'll go to rookie, right? And rookie was too hard, and so I had to go to trainee. I never go to trainee, man. I felt dirty, but I felt like, okay, I'm literally training for my HOTUS, and that's how I felt. I felt like it was a training session for how to fly better with the HOTUS for everything, because it's so chaotic. And I was telling you, I felt a lot like some of these ships kind of look like Star Wars TIE fighters. So I felt like I was in a Star Wars game, and almost like I was, imagine you're in the Star Wars TIE fighter or fighting or whatever, but you're stuck inside the Death Star. You can't get out. And that's how this game is, because it's all inside these caves and all this stuff. And it's really cool.
So it's almost like one of those old arcade style shooter games, only it's been, put into 3 dimensions and put into VR.
Yeah, and it's really the 3D or the 3D is very very strong. Like it pops, man. And they've got multiplayer. I got excited about that at first, but the way Battlezone is what you thought it was, is what this multiplayer is. It's PvP. So if you're going to play against you're not going to be able to play the missions together, which I think would have been phenomenally awesome. But
yeah, co-op campaigns are what we want. We want to be able to play alongside our friends. That's why I've kind of changed what I've been saying. You know, I've been begging Skydance Interactive to implement some co-op gameplay for The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, but recently I've been a little bit more clear about that. I want co-op campaigns. You know, as good as the trial game mode is with the Meat Grinder update, and as cool as it would be to have Roots alongside me, you know, trying to chop up zombies to a timer, I want to play through some story missions with my friends, and that is infinitely better than these kind of tacked on co-op experiences.
yeah, because it's exactly what it is. It's tacked on. It's like the VR case files or something. We're gonna give you part of the game. I want the whole game. I want the from beginning to end. Like what is that one zombie game? Dead something 2 or something.
Dead Effect.
Yeah, Dead Effect 2. That's exactly it. You know, like you can play a 4-man co-op from beginning to end. Everybody, I mean, it's amazing. You know, that's what I want.
Yeah, I need to try that one out.
It's actually good. I think you'd like it. We should try that sometime because I've got it. I've gone pretty far into it.
It's like $6 on Steam right now. They get it for beans.
Yeah, that's pretty cheap, man.
But the co-op camping, I mean, even in like a game like Farpoint, which has amazing co-op in it. I actually think I'm going to play some, if not tonight, tomorrow with Void Citizen. We're going to do some Farpoint co-op. As amazing as those maps are, they're still kind of disjointed and off to themselves co-op maps. I still would much rather have somebody alongside me going through the entire story mission. And it only goes to show. Well, never mind. I was going to say something about later on in the campaign, something that kind of puts you in the mind of, you know, how cool it would be to have a friend with you. But I don't want to spoil the story for anyone who may not have played Farpoint yet. So I'm just going to bite my tongue here.
The story is so good, and I'm almost stalling just to see some gameplay on this thing. I'm gonna get gameplay.
I'm going to tell you, dude, that is an awesome looking menu.
Yeah, it's been the best menu I've seen all week, dude. And what's funny is I didn't even notice it was this long. Usually if I see it's this long, I'll cut it down and get to the meat of it, but I didn't have time to do that today.
You know who likes them long Roots?
And getting to the meat of it? Yeah, that's almost in, man. It's almost about to start, but Quest 2 is not in my local Best Buy, but could be in others. Haven't checked. Really? That's very surprising. Best Buy usually has every single thing. Look at that cockpit. Oh my God, I feel complete now. This is the HOTAS dream, man. I swear to God. The one thing that I did have to do, and I don't know if it's just this one, but you got your thruster on, right? So when I go forward, in the middle one, it goes a little bit, like it's slower, go forward, and if I push forward, it goes faster. But to go back, if I push back, it just stops me. So to go back, I had to map going backwards to a specific button. That's the only janky thing about it. But what's really cool is that POV. I don't know if you've looked at a HOTAS. There's a POV button. It's kind of like I don't know exactly. It's kind of like a up and down, left and right button or whatever on the joystick. And so I got that to go up, down, like kind of strafing. And so it's just, there's so much control with that HOTAS, 10 times better than you could do with a regular controller. I think you would love it, Wes.
Yeah, just looking at it, it kind of puts me a little bit in the mind of Battlezone, from the looks of it. But I mean, to be quite honest, it looks like Doom in a spaceship almost.
Yeah, and it's chaos, dude. Like the amount of ships that are coming, different ships, and you got all these different weapons that you're picking up and shields, and you're trying to fly around and energy as well. And then some of the weapons use your energy, and so you're trying to balance all these different things with all these different enemies. And one of the coolest things is you've got this button and it sends out this holographic robot or something. I don't know what it is. And it'll fly through and it kind of leads you. And so you need that sucker. This is like a maze, dude. So you're constantly throwing that thing out, trying to figure out where to go. And then getting all these different things and just not trying to die. It made just watching the the video makes me want to play it again. It was that much fun.
Yeah, it looks awesome, dude. Onakazi says, "Oh, hey, it's the Descent remake thing," and Recycled says it's Descent. So yeah, apparently they didn't recognize it from the menu, but now that they're kind of starting to understand what we're talking about here.
Yeah, no, it's from the creators of Descent, and it's just really cool. And I've only gotten to like level 3 or 4. I can't remember exactly which one, but it's getting really difficult. I know I got to the boss. I got to this boss fight, and it was crazy difficult, and then I died. So but it's really definitely a recommendation for me. It's $30 right now, but it does go on sale every once in a while. And like I said, I got it for free on Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime.
Yeah, I need to check my Twitch Prime library
You might have
to see
it.
if I've got it, because I always, I go on there and I do claim the games, but I don't pay attention to what they even are most of the time.
I just happened to see when it was on there that week. I just happened to notice that it was on there, and I had just been looking at it on Oculus or something. And I was like, oh my God, that's a VR game. I can get a free VR game. I'm taking it. And then I played it for a little bit and kind of forgot about it. But it just tells you that even though I've only got 2 games on that store. It's a perfect example. And all these people that want to thumb their nose down up at whatever store it is, Epic or whatever, free is free. I've had this game for a year. I forgot about it, and now I'm enjoying it with a HOTUS because I'm not like against getting a free game from not the main store. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, well, to each their own. I mean, if they want to miss out on free stuff, more power to them. But I'm going for it, bro. I'll sign up for Hell.com if it means I'm going to get a free VR game out of the deal.
Mamefan says he owns it. Is that on Steam? If it's on Steam, you have access to it then.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Overload, and it's definitely one of the coolest. I don't know how far have you gone? Have you gotten pretty? You probably beat this game, Mamefan, already.
Probably, right?
But yeah, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of Tron too. Some of these things, I don't know, man. I like the art style. I like the fast paced. It's just one of the craziest flying around indoor game that I've ever played. So.
Yeah, it looks like there's some nice particle effects going on too with those explosions.
Yeah, the 3D effects is really good. I mean, it just really pops. So
I want to play it, Roots. I want to play it on my new headset, which, by the way, not going to be here tomorrow, most likely.
Well, let's put it out there that it is going to be here tomorrow, but you are going to be playing it because Mainfan's got it on Steam, so you got access to it. So you'll be overloading it up. But you don't have a HOTUS though. That's the thing. I guess I mean, it's still really good without it, but
yeah, I'll gamepad it. I'm fine with that. I don't need a HOTUS.
Yeah, HOTUS is.
I mean, I'd like one. I'd like
lame.
One. To be quite honest though, I'd prefer to have a wheel and pedals for the racing games, but HOTUS is cool too. I'd like to have it as well.
Yeah. Well, if I'm gonna get another wheel, it's gonna be belt driven, and it's going to be it's not going to be Logitech. It's going to be Thrustmaster or something. So
you know who else wants a Thrustmaster, Roots?
My mom.
She's busy today.
Yeah, I got to make up for yesterday, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So there you have it. 3 games from Roots. Normally, Roots is like cramming on Sunday to get his VR in for Monday. Busy all week. On the other hand, normally I'm playing VR all week, but this past week I didn't play crap, man. I've been, again, sending out a lot of emails, trying to honestly set up things for this Quest 2 launch so that we have some good content over the next few weeks. So I haven't really been playing much VR, but I did try to jump in last night after we did the show. And my intention was to revisit Contagion Overload VR or Contagion Outbreak. I'm sorry, Contagion Outbreak VR. Since I've played it last, it's went into full release. A lot of people are saying that it's a lot better. I wanted to check it out, but I went into my PlayStation Roots and like there was like a download file that was going to take like an hour and a half to download and install. So I didn't actually go into Contagion, and I started scanning. You know, I'd already got my hopes up to play it, and I started scanning my library for a good arcade zombie shooter. So you know what I settled on? The Walking Dead Onslaught. I went back in the Onslaught and put a couple, maybe almost 3 more hours into the game, uh, playing both modes. And yeah, my opinion on it hasn't changed much, dude. It has its flaws, as we noted, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So do you think you enjoyed it as much as you would have enjoyed Contagion?
Well, that was kind of the reason why I was trying to go into Contagion to find out.
Mm.
It's not as good as Arizona Sunshine. I don't put it on that level. But it's debatable whether or not this would be better than Contagion, and I kind of wanted to find out, and I just didn't get a chance to check out Contagion.
Well, now you have to do it because now I'm curious. And so I guess maybe for a future Monday show, right?
Yeah, we should do zombie shooter, like a zombie shooter themed deal where we compare all of them.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, I like it.
But no, as you progress in this game, and I just finished, I think, chapter 5 of the story missions. The levels, quite honestly, are getting better, and the reason why they're getting better is that they're escalating, both in intensity as well as length. So even like the scavenger levels, um, they're longer now. There are sections to them with safe houses in between to like give you a rest. You can rest for a minute without the red herd coming and taking you. And then you're on to the next section. So the way it's kind of structured now is you'll have the first section you'll run through, you'll go to a safe house, and then you'll run through another similar section, which is kind of like the first one, but it's almost like playing two levels in one of the early levels. And then you'll go to another safe house, and then on the outside of that, there's kind of this area where instead of trying to run through it, you're just kind of trying to stay alive for 5 or 10 minutes or whatever until the van gets there to pick you up. So generally, this turns out to be like a military outpost or something with all kinds of supplies. If you can manage to stay away from the onslaught of zombies that are chasing you, there's a lot of stuff that you can collect. So the intensity level certainly is ramping up. The story mode also, much like the scavenger mode, the story chapters are getting longer, and they're becoming more complicated. There's more zombies in them. There's new zombies in both modes now. Um, I don't know if you watched the episode of The Walking Dead where they had the spiked armored zombie that had knives sticking all out of it. But this last play session, I encountered multiple of those zombies in both play modes.
Ah, cool. Yeah, I was just reading Scion VR's comment says passes on that show, and it just dawned on me that he doesn't know anything about Negan or Glenn or like any of the I feel like you're missing out, Scion. You should at least know, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Chris Richardson says that I may be one of the few who stuck it out and found a good game in Onslaught. Well, let me be clear here. There are problems with this game, and we went into detail about those problems last week, and I don't want to harp on them. But with that said, I do enjoy my time in it. I won't call it a good game, but I won't call it a bad game either. It's okay. It's an okay game for me as a fan of The Walking Dead.
What if it was $10? How good of a game would it be?
It would be underpriced at $10. I think that would be a deal. I think that this is a $15 to $20 game with a $30 price tag on it.
Yeah.
The problems with it are the biggest problems. They shouldn't be there. It's stuff that I know that Servios can do better with, like scaling. This basic VR development stuff that most indie developers at this point have been able to get past. And here we have a game coming from Servios that has these rookie mistakes in it. That's really, it's not that the mistakes are that the bad parts are the most glaring. It's just that it's such easy stuff, that shouldn't be there. It seems like they almost just quit developing it and put it out before it was ready.
Yeah. Well, maybe down the road, they'll iron some of those kinks out and it'll be worth it. The price has got to drop with the reviews. So, um, we have no idea to what, probably $20, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I would probably pick it up at 15, $20. We'll see.
Yeah, I think 20 would be a fair price for it. It is a fun game. It is arcade style, fast paced gameplay, but the story, most people crapping on the story mode. That's my favorite part of it, because when you're playing the scavenger modes, you're kind of pressed and you kind of have to run through it. And what that does is it, much like people have complained about it, it forces you to use melee weapons constantly because it takes too much time to reload
Mm.
to use handguns. But when you're playing the story mode, you can use all of your weapons. You can use handguns. You can use the crossbow, which is awesome, by the way. Love the crossbow. Um, and it makes it a lot more fun. Not only that, but you can really take in these maps and really explore them. And they do reward you for exploring. There are supplies that are off the beaten path a little bit, and really that's my style of gameplay. It's what I enjoy. So yeah, as much as people have complained about the story mode, it actually happens to be my favorite part of the game.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like I might have to give it a chance again, or give it a chance, and not again. I haven't given it a chance once, but give it a chance when the price is right. And
Or when it comes to Viveport, that'd
yeah,
be what I would suggest.
it could be when it comes to Viveport. I don't even know if it came out tomorrow for Viveport, I might not even play it then. I want those glaring issues that they should be able to fix to be fixed. You
They're
know,
not like the some of them are so widespread that I mean, I'm not saying that they won't improve the game, but some of these issues that we've listed, it would be too massive of an undertaking at this point.
mm,
They would pretty much have to remake the whole game to correct it.
bummer. Go back in time, remake it, make it good this time, and then we'll be good.
Or how about this? How about get some play testers that have played VR before and listen to what they have to say?
Oh, how about this? Actually, get some people that play the game that are fans of the show that can tell you, look, hey, that's probably not a good thing about the comic book or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like, in a lot of ways, from such a high end, or what we consider a high end developer, a lot of glaring mistakes and corners cut. And that's where
Yeah, I found it comical. I asked them months ago for review access, and they told me, of course, that they weren't going to give review keys to anyone,
mm,
which we came to find out that they changed their mind on that. But I was in Keymailer a couple of days ago, Root, seeing what's available on Keymailer, and guess what I ran across?
oh, this? Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is on Keymailer. They're trying to give keys away now. It's hilarious.
Maybe that's where I get my copy.
Hey, there you go, right? Well, we'll have to talk about it some more if you do.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good.
Anyway, that's going to wrap up yet another awesome backlog report and bring us into our topic this week. And Roots, we speculated when we first heard the specs of the new Oculus Quest that we were going to see kind of a progression in the titles that are released for it. At first, we speculated that we would see kind of this PS4 Pro situation where you have two different versions of games, where you have like a regular Quest version and then the Quest 2 enhanced version. And then after some time, we're going to start to see Quest 2 exclusives. And we've come to find out, even now before launch, we have had many titles come out and confirm just that, Roots, that at launch they're going to have enhanced versions on the Oculus Quest 2, and it's more than a couple of them. So I thought that we would here on the eve of when most people are going to get their headsets, not everybody obviously, but most people, uh, on the eve of the release of the Quest 2, that we should list these titles that these Quest games that are going to have a Quest 1 version and a Quest 2 enhanced version. and then say a few words not only about the game, but how the game, how the new version is going to differ from the old. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to go down the list, and it's quite a list here, isn't it, Roots?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, there's quite a actually almost every single game on here I want to play. The set, on this new thing, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, and we're going to start off here by talking about a title that at one time even I would consider it a kind of a punchline, but man, has this game sustained. I would call this game now, Roots. Honestly, I would say that this is a classic VR game for one. I think that that's an accurate description of it. And two, amazingly, and I never thought a year ago I'd be saying this at this point, but I still think that this is probably the best arcade style zombie shooter in VR. And I'm talking about Arizona Sunshine. Roots, how many episodes have we sit here and said that Arizona Sunshine's days are numbered? But here we are all this time later. It's persisting. It's still being supported well by Vertigo Games. And it's still the best arcade style zombie shooter in VR. Now, let me be clear. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners is the best zombie game in VR, but that is a very different kind of game than all of these other zombie games like Contagion, like Onslaught, another game that we're getting ready to talk about. These are all arcade style zombie shooters, and I still think that Arizona Sunshine is by far the best of them.
Yeah, look how much better this looks than even that gun, the scope on there. The one scope looks like ghetto and the other one's like a real good scope. I don't know, man. I'm excited to see, because these developers, it's going to be up to them on how good they want to be. These are the top developers. I mean, when you see a developer before the system even comes out, they're already making a trailer saying, hey, look, we're doing enhanced. We're like, why would you not want to have a better version on the newer system? Again, it's lazy. Let's just throw our old thing out there. It'll be okay. It'll be good enough. Vertigo Games, it's not going to be good enough. They're always working to make their games better. And to me, like I've said before in the past, these developers they're creating their street cred, in a new industry. And Skydance and Vertigo Games, and there's they're the top ones that are constantly upgrading and fixing their games. And in the future, when I see another game from Vertigo Games or Skydance or whatever, I immediately want to see what it is. Even if the game isn't interesting to me, because these games are so well supported, I'm more apt to go in that direction. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, dude. And we were just talking about it a moment ago, how not enough games allow you to bring a friend into co-op through the full story campaign. Arizona Sunshine, one that actually does, and it's the exact same campaign for two people as it is for one.
Yeah, I mean, I've played through Arizona Sunshine back on the PC, but looking at this video, it really does make me want to play through it again on the Quest, Quest 2, and being wireless, and it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I want to check it out on Quest. And, honestly, Roots, I want to check it out on PC. I own this game on Steam. I own this game on Viveport. I own it on PSVR, but I've only ever played it on PlayStation VR. And looking at some of the PC footage of this game, it looks like it's a lot better looking on PC than it even was on PlayStation.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, obviously that's aim controller bias, right? You just don't want to get away from that aim controller because it's so good.
I didn't play it with aim. I played it with move controllers.
Oh wow. Well, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe you'd make the next step to the Quest and then up to the PC or something. I know I own it on Steam as well, and that's the only way I have played this game is on PC.
So yeah, I think it stands to reason that I can see another trip through Arizona Sunshine. I've probably beat this game 4 or 5 times already. It's a go-to for me because of the co-op on it. But I see myself going through it again with the new hardware, whether it be PC or standalone. I want to see it on the new screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And that screen is just phenomenally amazing. So let me ask you this. Somebody said in the comments that the two scopes there, one's iron sight, one's a scope. Do they not have the scope in the Quest 1 version, or did they just maybe this video made a mistake?
No, that's absolutely correct. That's something that is technically demanding, and on the
Hmm.
Snapdragon 835 wasn't able to pull it off, but now on the XR2, no problem, dude, easy peasy.
Yeah, dude, that XR2, man, it's making me excited.
Yeah, so the full list here of what we have to look forward to on the Quest 2, it says that there have been dynamic lighting and shader updates. There are uglier zombies with better textures, better zombie physics, a real-time scope view, which is what we were just talking about, destructible windows, which I don't even think that that was in the PC version, Roots.
Hmm.
I think that destructible windows are something that's native to Quest 2.
Wow.
We've got dynamic muzzle flash lighting. We've got an enriched world with more blood splatters, more foliage, more background zombies and birds. And then there's actual going to be color visual enhancements on both the original as well as the Quest 2.
Wow. Yeah, it looks really good. So, I mean, the original looked pretty good, but there's so much more detail in this, the second version. So,
Yeah, I think it's a pretty night and day difference. I think there's a handful. We've got a list of 10 or 15 different games here. I think that there's a handful, like 4 or 5 games that you're seeing real big differences in between Quest 1 and Quest 2. And I think Arizona Sunshine is one of those games.
yeah, absolutely.
And we were just talking about the best zombie shooters. We've actually talked a few times recently about Death Horizon Reloaded. Most recently, we were talking about some content updates, and we were really complimenting the developer on the things that he's planning on adding in, co-op play among them. But come to find out, that's not all he's been busy with, because we we now expect to see improvements to Death Horizon Reloaded on Quest 2. Again, he's adding in real-time lighting, improved textures, dynamic muzzle flash, and lighting. So mostly visual upgrades here, but noticeable ones.
Yeah, it makes me really want to get this game now. Looks really
Yeah,
good.
you can see like the lighting on the guns and the reflections. I mean, it makes a big difference for the immersion. It looks a lot more realistic.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when zombies are coming towards you. So is that, I mean, I don't know, is that a remake? I can't remember Death Horizon, or is it Reloaded, right? So I guess it's
I think this was a Go game, Oculus
okay.
Go game that they brought over into Oculus Quest and made it a 6 zombie shooter.
Wow. How cool though. And again, it just shows you the devs that have just not been sitting on their hands with new hardware coming out. It's like, man, make sure we're the first games that people want to pick up, right?
Yeah, and to be clear, I mean this isn't on the level of Arizona Sunshine, but it's good. I mean, if you're like me and you've played Arizona Sunshine a bunch and you just want to shoot some zombies, that's basically what you're doing here. You're just running through maps, picking up weapons and ammo, shooting zombies. Easy peasy, basic campaign gameplay. Um, I would say that it's not on the level of a Walking Dead Onslaught, but this is an Oculus Quest game, so I mean, it wouldn't be, right?
No, but I mean, I almost want to play this one more than Onslaught. So I don't know if that's a testament to how good this one is, or how much I don't think of the other one. But uh,
It's a testament to the power of people's words and their reviews. Because
yeah,
honestly, Onslaught is easily a better game than Death Horizon Reloaded.
4.99.
Y- Yet people will praise Death Horizon and crap on The Walking Dead mainly because of expectations.
Yeah, well, that's true. I do trust Gamertag's opinion. Although I haven't played it. I will play it at some point, and I think you're probably right, and it shouldn't be too long before it comes to Viveport. Then we'll be talking about it again for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And a game that we always try to find excuses to talk about on the Monday show. Trover Saves the Universe also going to get improvements on the Oculus Quest 2, including higher resolution, smoother gameplay, and improved frame rate.
Hmm.
Already a game that from all indications, I haven't tried it on the original Quest, but everybody says it's almost indistinguishable from the PC version on the original Quest. So I got to imagine that on Quest 2 that it's pretty much going to be the PC experience.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this game so much that I even played some of it flat. Although being in VR is just night and day difference, but I think it's one of the best platformer games in VR. And who doesn't know Rick and Morty, man? So they're gonna see Trover Saves the Universe, and they're gonna see, created by Justin, and they're gonna say, I gotta check this out, and you're gonna hear all those voices, like it's just very good. So
Yeah, absolutely. And despite being in addition to being one of the better platformer slash hack and slash games in VR, probably the funniest game I've ever played, right?
yeah, it's definitely been creating
I
your
mean,
own fun. Killing
I,
that guy made me laugh. The old man.
I I've laughed out loud constantly while I play, like constantly laughing out loud through the whole time I played it.
Yeah, but I will say, if you don't like Rick and Morty or the humor in Rick and Morty, you won't like this because it's the same humor, right?
It's a lot of cursing. It's
Yeah.
funny.
Yep.
Like you'll kill these guys and they're with their dying breath they'll go, "Oh, fuck you." Stuff like that. It's just funny.
It is funny.
But yeah, I mean, I love this game so much that despite having it on PC and being able to play it whenever I want, even wirelessly through the virtual desktop, I'm almost tempted to buy it again on Quest just so I can have it on Quest.
Well, that's one of the beauties of having the 256 gig hard drive, because you want to be able to showcase things to people and not have to download games. This would be one of them. It might be one of those ones I wait for a sale. I don't know when that'll be, just because I want to own it again, but I already do own it on PC. But it's definitely worth full price for somebody that doesn't own it. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think if I were to see it for like $15 or something on Quest, it might be worth picking up another copy of it just to have a standalone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Feel the same way about Accounting Plus as well.
Mm.
Like also, if you like that type of humor, that's a hilarious experience.
What's funny is the next game. I feel the same way. I'll be willing to buy it again, even though I own it already. And that's the problem, Wes, because I'm part of the problem. I'm the reason why there's not a sequel, because I keep buying it again. And I guarantee if I will buy this game again, because this is a perfect game for the Quest 2, right?
Yeah, I bought it on Quest 2 myself, and
Did
I
you?
hesitated to even put it on the list because I want people to stop buying it. People, please don't buy Super Hot anymore. We need a sequel, and it remains among the top sellers. Everybody's still buying Super Hot Roots. It seems like everybody that buys a new headset, everyone who's new to VR buys Super Hot. And I probably own more copies of this game than any other game in VR. And sadly, the developers continue to support it. The Quest 2 version is going to have higher resolution. It's going to be 90 frames per second ready on day one. So tomorrow, Roots, even though Oculus will be blocking it with their software, Superhot's ready to go with the 90 hertz gameplay, and they're also promising more detailed textures and support for cloud saves.
So Oculus is blocking it, huh? So even if the developers have it ready, it's still not able to be done, huh?
That's right. Oculus waiting to roll out 90 hertz as a feature on its own, probably within the next, I would say, 2 months.
Okay. Well, I'm willing to wait because people, said, hand tracking, whatever it is that they've promised, they've always brought it. It's not like they're just going to say we're doing it and then they're going to scrap it. So I'm excited. This is the first game that I've seen, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, or at least I guess you can't because I'm my own person, but it's the first one that I've seen that was actually 90 frames per second, right? That they've announced. We've already got it ready and it's good to go 90. I think that's kind of cool. They're already ready for the update. So,
Well, yes and no. There's another title that's kind of talked a little bit about 90 hertz, and we'll get to that toward the bottom of the list. But yeah, I think that you're right that this is the first game come right out and say we're ready for it right now.
Okay. Well, Scion says he did his part. He didn't buy it. He played it for free at a friend's house. So I appreciate that, Scion.
Thank you.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
Now, I love it, and don't get me wrong. If the devs are watching this, hey, we love your game. It's obviously one of the best games in VR, but we want a sequel, bro, and we get it. Why put out a sequel when you guys are still making bank on the original? So that's the only reason why we're begging people not to buy it, is because it's so good and we love it so much.
Yeah. Jim Hall makes a good point. Remember when 72 hertz was all you needed? I remember, Jim, when I got into VR, and this was 2018, it was pretty much 2016 till Quest. It needed, or actually till Rift and Quest, it needed to be 90. It was standard. It has to be 90. 90 is the minimum. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, we can do 80. Well, we can do 72. Like, okay, well, are we going to go to 60?
The line, right?
Yeah, well, and the new Quest, they said they're going to have 60, 72, and 90, right? Those are the three zones that you can actually set it to, at least when it's all said and done. At least that's what I read today. I don't know why you would do 60, but, you know, I guess
I think a lot of games run at 60 on PlayStation VR. They use trickery and things to beef it up.
Okay. Well, hey, as long as they can make it work, that's good for me.
Yep. Iron Lights, Roots. This is a game that just came out last week. It's a dueling melee action game, turn-based. But the developer has said that we are going to see increased resolution, updated visuals, and particle effects. So a welcome graphical update coming to Iron Lights.
This game baffles me, Wes, because every time I see it, it doesn't look like much, but people like really love it. You know, at least the people that play it, they really swear that it's amazing. So there's got to be something to it, and maybe I'm just missing it. It just turn-based immediately turns me off. But like I said, everybody can't be wrong. So
yeah, I think the gameplay is probably really fun with it. I think it's really the empty stadium look there that kind of gives me a bad taste when I look at the footage of it. These gladiators should be fighting in like a Mortal Kombat style setting with lightning and fire and everything in the background. But instead we have the 2MD football arena going on here.
Yeah. Onakazi makes a good point. I didn't even think about this, but 60 hertz is for, no, I guess that's Chris Richardson. 60 hertz is for movies. So I guess that makes sense, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Next game on the list here, Roots. Again, we probably found out about this game before any other being enhanced for Oculus Quest 2, and that is The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. We actually got fairly early footage, side-by-side footage of the regular Quest version versus the Quest 2 version, and the differences here are stark. The streets are filled with more debris and other realistic-looking stuff strewn all around. There's more objects in general in the world, not only things to scavenge and collect, but there's also more zombies or walkers, if you will, and there are vastly improved lighting effects. So just all in all, a much more immersive experience on Oculus Quest 2. And judging by the looks of it, we can see that they're using every bit of that 12 gigabytes that they've quoted for the Quest 2 version of this game.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I want to stress to people, and I've made it clear in my opinion in the Discord, and I guess you did as well. The 64 gigs, is 12 gigs is eating a bunch of that. That's almost a fifth, actually over a fifth of your, almost a fifth of your space, right? Because some of it you have to have space to run it. People forget about that. You don't want to get down to a gigabyte, 2 gigabytes. That's very, it's going to run slower. It's going to start being really hard on your hardware. But in the caveat I say to that is if it was going to prevent you from getting it all together, then obviously get the 64 gig. But I recommend going up to the 256 for that reason, because this isn't going to be the first game that's 12 gigs, and I would say that gigs, they're going to get up to 20 probably. That's not enough. 64 is really limited in space.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was always, someone who said with the first Quest that you don't need the larger size, right? The 64 is enough. The games are small. Um, I take just the opposite approach when it comes to the Oculus Quest 2. This headset is so capable uh, that developers aren't going to be able to help themselves. They're going to take advantage of the power of this headset, and the only way they can do that is by writing larger game files. So I went with the 256 this time. And by the way, those of you that are getting a 64, you're not getting 64 usable. It's something like 58 or 59 after the system software. So like yeah, the 12 gigabytes in a game like this is actually going to be less than a fifth of your storage. So I get it. Most of you are going to be using it for link, and a lot of you others aren't going to keep 20 games on your hard drive. And so I get it. $100 is a lot of money. If you want to save that money, sure. But if you can afford it, I do recommend what Roots is saying here to go with the larger one this time around.
Yeah, I agree. Chris Richardson says it actually takes up 11 gigs and it's bound to grow. Go big or go home. And also clarified that Walking Dead comes out 9 gigs at launch, and with the DLC down the road, it's going to be 12. But either way, it's still, it's still a valid point. And I think what you laid it out, and I think, I mean, it's one thing to double your space for $100, but when you quadruple it, to me it almost becomes a no-brainer to spend that $100. But again, if it's going to prevent you from getting it, then not having it is worse than having low space. So
yeah, and people don't realize that this is more than just a gaming machine too. It's got a lot of social applications. You're going to find yourself storing 3D pictures and 3D movies on it, as well as flat 2D pictures and movies. And then you may want to capture like footage, like if you're playing a game. It's like PlayStation VR. It's easy to just hit record, but you got to have space, right, for that file. So a lot of things to use that storage on. So again, we're not talking about the same value proposition as last generation, where $100 doubled your storage. This generation, $100 quadruples your storage, and I kind of feel like it's a good deal and necessary as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%. I'm glad I went to 256, although $100. It's one of those things. It's one of those decisions that you can only make once. And like somebody in the chat said, they said with their OG, they got the 64 gig and they're not going to make that mistake again. It's one of those things that once you've got it, you're stuck. You can't upgrade it, and you can't go back and say, I want to spend $100 now. And my thing with money is you put enough distance between you and that spending, in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you forget about it, right? Money comes, money goes. So,
right. My one of my best friends from way back in the day, he always would say, "It's just paper, man. It's paper. You can use this paper to buy good times. You can use it to buy cool things, but if you hold on to it, it's just paper."
yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah. Uh, Waltz of the Wizard, Roots. This is a game that I've consistently underestimated since I came into VR. I've never played it. It always seemed like little more than a tech demo to me, a Gen 1 early tech demo at that. But as time goes on, this game has received immaculate support from the developer. They're constantly updating it with not only quality of life improvements, but new content as well. So, of course, if we got a new Oculus Quest with new capabilities, we're going to get a whole laundry list of new features for Waltz of the Wizard. First of all, we're going to see real-time lighting added, bloom effects, more interactive objects, increased details, and improved resolution. And the feature list from the developer is as follows. They've added real bloom. They've added real-time lights on various spells and objects. They've added super resolution mode that increases resolution up to 150%. So software-based super sampling in game on a Quest title. That's kind
Wow.
of crazy. Uh, says that they've turned on anisotropic textures. They've added more objects in the main room. They've improved various particle effects and spell effects. They've added decals scattered around the main room like spider webs. And they've added fire particles to the torches in the labyrinth. So all of these improvements to the Quest 2 um, version of the game Roots, and in January it's getting a substantial content update as well with all new content to play through.
Wow, that's good. What's the cost in this one? I can't remember what it cost. It was expensive, probably.
It's like 10 or 15 bucks. It's not expensive at all.
Okay. Yeah, I remember trying it a while back, at least the PC version. It was pretty cool. I'd like to see, that's my thing, Wes. I get to do this, with my hands now. I can do jazz hands in VR. I can't wait. That's all I'm going to do is just do jazz hands. So.
Jazz hands all day long with particle effects flying out of your fingertips.
Yeah, Skiva, what's going on, bro?
Skiva joining the chat. What's up, buddy? Just got to hit Jim Hall with some realness real quick. Bear with me.
Oh.
All right. Anyway, yeah. So I've always underestimated this title, and I think I might have to play it. I think I might have to pick it up. I wonder how it stacks up to like the PC version, because obviously both versions getting a lot of support. But this is a lot of cool stuff to add into a standalone version of any title.
I would imagine it's probably very similar, if not exactly the same. I mean, if they're doing all this stuff and they had all this headroom, like what else could they add and like take away? What else could the PC version have? Especially since you've never tried it, so it's not like you have anything to compare it to either. So
yeah, I got to imagine that it's in our library, our extensive shared library. So I guess I could probably check it out there before paying for it. But again, it's just like $10 or something like that. It's not expensive at all.
Yeah.
Real VR Fishing is a title that we picked up recently to do a money show with, that we never got around to because I ended up selling my headset right after I bought this game. But amazing to find out that there are going to be graphical improvements to this game on Quest 2, because Roots, this game is photo real already on Quest 1. This is a beautiful game with actual, 3D photographs is what they've used to craft these different levels. And, judging by the looks of their side-by-sides, it's going to look even better, which is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those, I guess it was pictures that they had with the side-by-side pictures, right? Looked really good. So, even this version looks amazing.
Chris Richardson says, is Waltz of the Wizards getting even more game? Yeah, there's a update coming in January called the Natural Magic Update, and it's going to have more content. So,
wow, I want the Natural Hogwarts game to come in VR. That's what I want.
Well, who knows, dude? We might be able to vortex it, right?
Yeah, I got so excited yesterday when I found out that was PC, because I had got it in my mind it was PlayStation exclusive, and I'm gonna be roaming Hogwarts, dude. I'm gonna do it even if it's flat. I need to roam that castle. It needs to happen. I guess it's school, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Matt 2323 says this game was super impressive, even on Oculus Go. Agreed, but sadly, the developer announced this week that they are no longer supporting the game on Oculus Go. So, living headsets only, Roots.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, living one. Well, is it going off of the Rift next year then? I got to sell my Rift S, man. I got to figure out what I can sell it for. I already offered it to Scion for $200 and plus shipping.
Dude.
Plus, he'd have to pay for shipping if I like my Go. I think he said screw Rift S. I don't know, man.
I've never seen somebody be so. He's afraid he's going to not be as good at Echo Arena, right? Because of the tracking.
Yeah. That.
But like, dude, that's one game. You can keep your headset and play Echo Arena in your externally tracked headset if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird. Skiva says tonight is like trying to go to sleep on Christmas Eve. I agree, man. Especially since I've drank a full pot of coffee already. I don't think I'm going to sleep anytime soon. But
It's going to be like Christmas Eve for everybody else. It's going to be like Thanksgiving for me.
oh yeah, well that's true.
Assholes.
Well, at least you don't have to work tomorrow. Maybe it'll come. You know, I mean,
It might, it might. It may just be again computer issues keeping them from sending me my confirmation. But damn it, man, they better get here. That's all I'm gonna say.
you know what's weird is almost everybody I know that ordered that Elite head strap is not getting it on the same day. We gotta wait.
I'm getting my head strap tomorrow though. By the way,
See, that's what. Yeah, isn't that weird? I don't get mine till Thursday. I gotta wait till Thursday, and it's one of those things. It's like I don't give a fuck about the strap. I want it, but like if I got my strap tomorrow and I was looking at it and I don't have the headset, that's gonna piss me off, dude. Like that's BS.
Maybe I can put it on my PlayStation VR.
Yeah, you could just, I don't know. You could do an
Just
unboxing just for that.
Put it on my hat. Anyway, real VR fishing fans will see doubled textures to fish and world stages, enhanced details and frame rate options between high and low. So again, a much more PC-like experience for real VR fishing, which was beautiful already. So again, I can't imagine how much better it's going to be.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it. I've never been into the game yet because I wanted to keep it fresh, even though you wanted to know what you were doing. I want to like be wowed by it as I'm doing our video. Two different.
Yeah,
approaches.
man. It's fun. Like it's okay at first, but they kind of hold your hand a lot at first. You have to turn the difficulty level up to get a more challenging game and a more fun game. But after, I mean, it doesn't take long. You play it for an hour, you can turn the difficulty up, and all of the hand holding goes away, and then all of a sudden you're fishing, like real fishing, and it's fun. And I got to imagine it's only going to get way funner with co-op, with a friend there.
Absolutely. So person says people that got shipping notifications early live further away from distribution centers, they think. So I mean, maybe it's just that you're really close, and so wherever it's going
that
to.
is true. They do have one about 2 hours drive from here, so maybe they're going to grab it tomorrow and just like drive it straight from the warehouse here.
Yeah, and then Spry Guy made a good point. Said check your spam folder for notification. It may be in there as well.
I contacted Oculus. Okay, I don't have to do that.
Yeah, he's gone right to the top.
Yeah, well, yeah. About 5 hours ago, we had a little chat. So
that's another thing that I got to think about, Wes. I own Beat Saber on, and I don't think it's cross-buy anyway, but I own it on Steam, right?
Right.
I want to have a wireless Beat Saber. You know what I mean? Like because I've never
360 mode,
never done the 360 mode, and I never was ever going to try to do the 360 mode in a tether. Like that's a nightmare. I'm going to kill myself. But I really want to try it, but do I buy the game just to try 360 mode? And you know what I mean? Like how much is the game? $30?
$30.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, I own it on one platform, and the platform I own it on is Oculus Quest. So, yeah, we got that covered. Check, and not only for the 360 mode, but there's upcoming multiplayer update, head-to-head multiplayer in Beat Saber as well. So
that's gonna be cool. That's a good point. That might be what I do, Skiva, virtual desktop. So we'll see how good it is with the
Honestly, though, I think that virtual desktop. Beat Saber is one of the games that you might have some issues with virtual desktop because it does hitch every now and then. Not often, but it does. And Beat Saber is the last kind of game you want to be playing when something like that happens.
Yeah, true.
Another surprisingly beautiful game on the original Oculus Quest. Apparently going to look even better on Quest 2 Ruuts. Red Matter. I was surprised about this one. Because I mean, this game, the way that they described the Oculus Quest 1 version of this was like it was almost better than the PC version. Or I know it wasn't, but they made it sound that way, right? And apparently, the already beautiful Oculus Quest 1 version of this is going to be even more so because Red Matter is going to see improved textures and improved resolution. We're going to see dynamic fixed foveated rendering be enabled, and the maximum level of foveated rendering is being decreased. So, yeah, a lot of big updates to what was already, a breathtaking masterpiece of a game.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is one of those games that I've already played through on a PC, but I'm now curious because like that was the draw, right? On Quest 1, it was like, how the hell did they make this thing look so amazing? And now you're telling me it's going to look even better. Um, if it blew people away then, how much more is it going to blow people away when they get to try this game on the Quest 2? So,
Yeah, this game always tears my heart out because, like, I played it on PC and it's beautiful on PC, but I want to see what everybody's talking about on Quest. Do I really need to go drop $25 on this just to see how well of a job they did? How good of a job they did on Oculus Quest. I'm constantly considering it.
I think what needs to happen is the developers need to send two keys to virtual strangers
Yeah.
because I mean, you can say a lot of things about this podcast. We are the game seller. We're going to tell you
Yeah.
what's good, and people want to buy the games we talk about. So yeah, give us the key. We'll play it. We'll talk about it, and you'll double your set. Well, maybe not double, but you'll sell more games. I guarantee it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? We talk about the games, more than any other show out there. That we're game centric.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so yeah, Red Matter, another one. I almost picked it up the other day because it was in that bundle with Time Stall
Hmm.
for like $27 or something like that.
Yes, I don't know much about time stall. Put it in with something else. Maybe I buy it, but um.
Well, it's an Oculus exclusive, like
Oh, okay.
published by Oculus Studios.
Yeah, it must be somewhat good, right?
That's right. Gravity Lab. Mark Schramm's Gravity Lab is to seemingly get a noticeable bump in graphics for the upcoming Oculus Quest 2. Not a lot known about the specifics on this one, just we do know that there are going to be graphical upgrades to brand new Oculus Quest title, Gravity Lab.
Yeah, I wondered, and Mamefan would have to answer this question. Has he played through this? This is like, every time I see a game like this, I think of him because he loved Gadgeteer so much. And this is like Gadgeteer on like the high-tech version of Gadgeteer, right?
Yeah, the thing I read today said that it plays like Lemmings, but
Oh,
with marbles.
oh, it looks cool, man. It looks like it'd be something I would enjoy playing through. It looks visually stunning as well.
Yeah, and a great developer here, Mark Schramm, a guy that actively works on Technolust and Lo-Fi.
Hmm.
Also, one of the top members of the Superhot team as well.
Oh, wow. He's got his hands in everything. I don't know. It looks really cool to me. I actually really want to play this game. So,
Yeah, looks pretty cool. This next one, Roots, is probably one of the more intriguing Quest 2 updates for me because I think this is the first example that we're going to have of actual exclusive content that's exclusive to Oculus Quest 2. And I'm talking about Affected the Manor. Uh, Affected the Manor is set to get improved visual and audio features on the new headset. But more important than that is the Darkness update, which includes an all new gameplay mode for free. In it, players will have only a limited amount of light to work with, creeping through the terrors by candlelight. So, what this is, Roots, this is a third path now. So, Affected the Manor is a haunted house that you're walking through. There are two paths currently that you can take in the game, both very different from one another. But now they're adding in a third path for Quest 2 because the lighting, it's completely dark. You're using candlelight, and apparently this was not possible to do the illumination as well as the dynamic shadows. It wasn't possible for before on Quest 1. Now it's possible on Quest 2, and this is it adds. Basically, it's going to make this game have a third more content than it already has,
Wow.
which I think is an amazing prospect considering that it's a free update.
Yeah, absolutely. That's crazy. It's one of those games that I had already played through and probably wasn't going to go back to. It makes me want to play it again, and it makes me happy, Wes, because usually when stuff like this in the past has happened, I'm like sitting there with no quest too, request, and I'm like, well, that's great for everybody else but me. Now I get to be in the me or the everybody else, and it's kind of exciting. And Otakazi says Time Stall is a neat puzzle game, kind of like Just in Time Incorporated.
Cool.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
might
like
have to
Just in Time.
yeah. So
But I'm not 100% sure that this is Quest 2 exclusive content, but it sounded like it from the article I read that this is only possible on Quest 2. But then again, they may have been saying it in kind of a like they could only do it this way on Quest 2. Like that there may be a less immersive Quest 1 version that the candlelight kind of just lights the whole room. There's no shadows. You know what I mean? But on Quest 2, it's more localized lighting and dynamic shadows. So, yeah, don't quote me on the exclusive content, but that's the way I took it with the article I read. Is that the new darkness update, the way that it is on Quest 2, is only possible on Quest 2.
okay. Well, Chris Richardson said that now he's asking about the paths. Can you play both paths in the dark or no? Or is it just one path that's kind of darkened?
I think it's just the new path. It's like
Okay.
that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Um, the next game that we're talking about here, I think might be from what I've seen so far, and obviously we have more information about some games than we do others. But I think Apex Construct stands to have maybe the biggest uh, day one upgrade from Quest 2 of any of these games. The differences that they're touting are substantial here, and I already thought that Apex Construct was a pretty solid port on the original Quest, but in this Quest 2 version, you're going to find high resolution. You're going to find absolutely no foveated rendering anymore. More particles, more audio effects, ragdoll physics on the enemy NPCs. So new physics roots, new audio visual upgrades, and a complete uh, omission of foveated rendering altogether.
Wow. That sounds like a great way to experience Father and his Batman voice. I don't know. I really enjoyed this game. I kind of need to finish it. I got really far and then it got ridiculous and then they patched it. I was stuck on that ledge. I know you know which ledge I'm talking about, probably. And it was just crazy hard and then they fixed it. And I kind of never went back to that since they fixed it. So,
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I made it pretty far in the game as well, and never went back into it. So perhaps a backlog report coming soon, huh?
yeah, this would be a great way to try it too on Quest. So,
Yeah, I think I already have this one on Quest, and I might even be a cross-buy title. So if you have it on your Oculus store here, and I'll check really quick.
pretty sure I have it on
Uh,
Steam.
oh, it's a Steam copy. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Oculus Quest cross-buy apps.
I'm going to be surprised. I bet you I have like 15 games that are crossed by at least. You know?
Oh, so it's not on. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is cross-buy enabled, 100%. Looking
Oh.
at it right now.
Oh, nice. I do own it on Oculus.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, there was a while when I was buying a lot of games on Oculus and then I kind of steered away towards the Steam, but
Affected the Manor, also a cross-buy title. So if you've got that one on your Oculus account, you're going to be able to get the awesome version we just talked about for Quest 2.
I do not, but it's $10 on Oculus right now, so
There
on
you
the
go.
Rift. Cool.
You mean the Link store?
Yeah, that's right, the Link store. Yeah, it's on the Link store for sure.
All right, so yeah, Apex Construct, already a great game, already a great port, getting even better apparently.
Yeah, how exciting.
This next game, Roots, I would call one of the best releases of 2020 in VR, in all of VR. Uh, with Oculus Quest 2 set to launch, In Dreams has just released a quality of life update for Quest and Rift platforms for Phantom Covert Ops. The update includes general fixes, several new achievements, and optimization for Oculus Quest 2, as well as a rebalancing of the campaign's scoring system to make the unlockables more attainable. So this is more than just an Oculus Quest 2 update, Roots. It's a Quest date for the game proper, but a significant part of this update are Quest 2 optimizations. And a lot of people complained about the Quest version of this game, the way it looked visually. There were some assets missing. I thought it was a pretty solid port in the fact that the gameplay feels very much the same, even though there are some visual differences. But I got to imagine that that gap is about to be narrowed greatly with the launch onto Oculus Quest 2.
Absolutely. Is this a cross-buy?
Yeah, I'm almost sure that this one is because
Nice.
I think pretty much all of the Oculus Studios published titles are. But let me verify that for you.
I do own it on. That makes me excited.
Yeah, give me 5 seconds here and I'll tell you. Confirm this for you.
You
All
got
right.
bid on Until You Fall, huh? You went Steam half off way before Quest title was announced. Oh, what a bummer.
So
I think
yeah,
I own that same thing. I think I own Until You Fall on Steam as well.
so yeah, 100% confirmed. Phantom Covert Ops cross-buy title, absolutely.
Cool.
And what I'm going to do here, Roots, I'm actually going to send you the link here for all the cross-buy titles. What you'll want to do is you will want to sign in when you click on the link, and it'll show you which ones of these you have by indicating that they're free.
Oh,
So
nice.
if you're signed in, it'll just say free under it. You'll just click on it, and it'll go into your Quest library. So be sure when you look at it, one, that you're signed in, and two, that you scroll all the way to the bottom, because
Okay.
it's one of those screens that it doesn't load until you scroll all the way down, and you have to really scroll down to get it to load more titles.
Okay.
So you have to scroll down and then scroll back up to look at them, and then scroll down again and then scroll back up to look at them. It's kind of weird how you have to do it, but there's quite a few titles on here.
Okay. Well, Chris Richardson says, where are you verifying it at? So if you want to link that in the chat as well.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that right
and
now.
then everybody can do it.
Absolutely. Boom.
Yeah, because that's the thing is like I was
There
just
you
gonna, I was just gonna go right down my list and just click everything and see. But this is a lot better way. I like this way better, Wes. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, yeah. You're talking about 5 minutes here versus probably an hour the other way.
Yeah, absolutely. See, right in real time, we're saving people time. So.
There you go. All right, a couple more titles left to talk about. Already a long list, right? But still a couple more. The next one
The most important
was the one it was the one I was kind of referring to a few minutes ago when we were talking about 90 hertz. Virtual Desktop, kind of a must-own title for anybody who has an Oculus Quest and a gaming PC. But developer Guy Godin says that Virtual Desktop will allow Quest 2 streams not only at higher resolutions and higher bit rates, but it also supports 60, 72, 80, and 90 hertz at launch. So, like tomorrow, Roots, this thing's already going to be supporting PC streaming at 90 hertz.
Wow, that's awesome, dude. This guy is amazing. You know, like 2 or 3 times. This is just a perfect example of, it doesn't matter what you see life is giving you. Because there's been a couple times where it looked like this app was done, specifically when Quest was first coming out, and they didn't even know if they were going to allow it on there, right? And at least from that respect, and for the new stuff, and then he just keeps changing it and making it better and better and better. And now, in my opinion, it's a must-have. You must own this for Quest. It's like one of those titles that's going to be my first title I buy when I get my Quest tomorrow, because I need to use it. So.
Yeah, man, it's cool. It's a cool thing to have. I still prefer to use the link cable because it's a bit more reliable. But if you're in something that's slow paced, something that's kind of more exploratory than action, then virtual desktop works great for it. Like I played like Lies Beneath with it even, and that's an action game, and had no problem progressing in the game. Really, the kind of things you want to avoid in it are things like Beat Saber and Audica, stuff like that. Um, because again, as perfect as it does glitch every now and then, and something like that can be very frustrating in a game like Beat Saber or Audica.
Yeah, absolutely. Gamer Chick 13 just dropped by and is giving Chris Richardson a hug. So I feel the same way, Gamer Chick. I want to give him a hug as well. And
We should all be giving her a hug. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners also a cross-buy title, Roots.
yeah, dude, that's awesome, man. I am so excited to try the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners in my headset. And not only that, I'm excited to show people, man. I guarantee that'll be the first thing. As long as they're able to deal with it. I don't want to stick a Scion in there or something and create issues for them. I just want to show them an amazing game. So
Perhaps a chapter 2 of Evil Weasel versus Saint Roots.
yeah, exactly. Hussein X says 90 hertz will be disabled on until October. Or I guess I don't know exactly when. According to Guy's Twitter, it's only allowed currently for the ones who got a review unit. So
He doesn't want Facebook to nuke his little side quest thing he's got going on here.
yeah.
You know who else has VD Roots?
Oh God, man. Well, as busy as she is, that doesn't shock me, but it makes me a little sad inside. I told her to be careful. And GamerCheck 13 says she wants the good and the bad. So we'll let you know. We'll let you know the little bits of because I feel like
we want co-op.
Yeah, we want co-op. And the thing is it's not that it's just we're praising all the time. I feel like with Saints and Sinners at some point I'm having to be nitpicky. Like I have to really look for the nitpicky things. And at that point I'm like, what am I doing? Like this is an amazing game. But we will let you know.
I want a bigger backpack. I want a bigger backpack, and I want 2 hours on my watch instead of 1.
Yeah, hey.
There you go.
We'll come up with some ideas. We'll brainstorm before the next show, and we'll come up with some ideas for us, and then you'll tell us to shut up.
Criticism, right?
Yeah.
Johnny Live's in the chat, Roots. Johnny Five's alive as well.
Yeah, he wants to know if the Quest 2 will be better than the Index with the wireless PCVR using it. That's a good question.
Ooh. Yeah, I think that apples to apples, the Quest would probably, the Index would probably be a better experience overall. But if you're talking about putting like a wireless into the equation, that kind of turns things on its head, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, and you know what? I mean, that people did the clarity. I mean, it's going to be sharper on the Quest 2 than the Index. That doesn't mean
much sharper, by the way, but not just because of the increased resolution, but the massive decrease in God raising glare.
Well, and that, dude, I'm telling you, I was reading up on that screen, and I don't think people realize how high tech it is, how fast, I guess fast paced, or I don't know what that. I was reading and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have this tomorrow. Like I was instantly getting excited. So
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, and not only that, Roots. I mean, $700 is a pretty big difference too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I could buy 3 Quest 2s and have change left over with what it costs to get an Index.
Yeah, but I will submit this because I was doing the math, and of course this is because I got everything that I wanted to get. I'm spending well over $700 for my Quest 2 when it comes to lead strap. I needed to get the link cable, and I figured I might as well pay for the real one, and but it's gonna be worth it. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, Johnny says he has an Index, but the wireless and no God rays is making the Quest 2 look pretty good. Hey, dude, it's not a very expensive pickup to try out, and if you get it from the right place like Best Buy or Amazon, You can just take it back if you don't think it's worth the $300 to $400 that you're going to throw down on it.
Yeah. Well, I hope Gamer Chick says she wants to know if I'm really getting it tomorrow. I hope I'm getting it tomorrow. According to my email from Amazon, I'll have it by 11 p.m. and according to UPS, I'll have it sometime between 8:30 and noon. So I've got two confirmations it'll be here tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure it'll be here. And if not, you jinxed it. So.
And according to my email, nothing, because I didn't get a damn email. I was the first person on earth to order one of these things, and I'm going to be the last person on earth to get one, apparently.
I think you're going to get an email at 2 a.m. saying it's coming, and you're going to be excited.
I hope you're right. You know who else is coming, Roots?
Gosh, dang, dude. He is really busy.
Anyway, one more title on the list here, and I said that the Affected the Manor Darkness update was a little bit ambiguous as to whether or not that was Quest 2 exclusive content. It sounded like it was, but not 100% sure. But when it comes to the matter of Rec Room Roots, no question, there's going to be Oculus Quest 2 exclusive content. Exclusive versus Quest 1, of course. Obviously not versus PC and PSVR. But the Isle of Lost Skulls Pirate Quest that we played together on this channel, coming to Oculus Quest 2 at launch, but not coming to Oculus Quest 1. That device apparently not capable of running such a demanding level.
Yeah, same thing with Rec Royale, right? Because Rec Royale on PlayStation VR ran a little rough when I played it. And then the Quest, it just wasn't available as far as I know. I know the Quest 2 was definitely going to be on there. And in my opinion, it's one of the best modes out there. Especially if you like that type of game, if you like a battle royale, it's cool. It's not too difficult. Although you, me, and who else played with us? Somebody else played with us. We had trouble.
Scion.
Yeah, we kind of had trouble figuring out some of the controls at first. But I really enjoyed it. And Rec Room is one of those games that, you get your Quest 2 tomorrow and you've spent all your money and you have absolutely no games. You can get Rec Room for free, and there's so many modes and things to do. It'll give you a lot to play. So,
absolutely, I did enjoy my one stint in it. Actually, I've been in it a couple times now. The quests are awesome, so I'm happy to hear that the Pirate Quest is going to be available at launch for the Oculus Quest 2, and the Rec Royale that you were just speaking about, the Battle Royale, already confirmed by the developers to be coming to Oculus Quest 2 at some point in the future. And I think that that's going to be a Quest 2 exclusive as well. I don't think that we're going to get Rec Royale on Quest 1.
And people forget this game is also on flat. Like, you can play it on almost every system that's out there.
You can play it on iOS, dude. You can play it on like an iPad.
Yeah, so it's setting itself up to be one of those amazing free games. And granted, a lot of it's geared towards kids, and we've said it before. If you want to either troll them back like I do, or you can mute them all and just ignore them, or the best ways to just go in and join the party with Scion and Wes in a 3-man thing, and you never even see these kids for 5 seconds. I literally have heard people say that's the reason they don't go into Rec Room. And you were kind of the same way in a sense, but you weren't against it. You just hadn't gone into it. I think it holds a lot of people back. They don't realize like you can do your own rooms and you don't have to deal with all that trash, for lack of a better term. So
I went into it first. It was just me and you, and the children were insufferable. And I'm a guy that likes kids, but they just won't shut the hell up in there, man. And I'm trying to do something with Roots here, and I've got this other little guy, tugging at my pant leg. Hey, 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 you, hey. And it's just, it's not enjoyable. So, yeah, when Scion came in and showed us how to set up private events and private rooms and how to party up and do the different events with your friends only, that was a game changer for me in Rec Room. And from that point on, I've had an absolute blast in it.
Yeah, that's really good. And somebody said, Aggressive Waffles, first time I've seen your name. I like your name. You stole it though. That's why. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I really think that VR chat is also a good game. Now that is available on Quest as well, right? Or is that PC?
VR chat. Yeah, actually, my daughter was asking me that, and I need to make sure, but I'm pretty sure that it is available on Oculus Quest as well. But as I was telling her, I don't think that she's going to be going into VR chat anytime soon, unless there are similar protections to what Rec Room has, where you can, cordon off with friends only. And I mean, maybe under that circumstance, I would let her go in there. But there's some crazy shit going on in VR chat Roots.
Yeah, absolutely. Even for us, it'd be crazy.
Right. So I'm going into the Quest homepage here real quick, and I'm going to confirm.
You know what I liked about the Quest the most with you and Scion was the ability to kill your teammates. Not that you're trying not to kill them, but add such a different level. I can't tell you how many times we killed each other, and it was like fun. That was the funny part of it. It was like, I don't know, man. I had such a good time on that.
Yeah, it was fun, and I've actually been meaning to get in for another round with it because it is one of the titles that I can play on my PlayStation VR, and it has crossplay with like PC and Quest, and everybody can play together for free. You don't even have to have PS Plus. It's like Fortnite. You can just play it for free.
Yeah, you tried to do that though, remember? And Roy Schwartz and other people dragged you kicking and screaming back into Firewall every time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was terrible. Terrible. I had so much fun. Yeah. It ruined me. But so much multiplayer stuff here and social stuff on Oculus Quest. I have to actually search for VR chat because the list is too long of other of these types of things.
Well, what's cool is it's another, like all these games that are free, like this is just so good that they've actually spent the money to develop this game, Rec Room specifically, because it's still free and they're just adding constantly. So
VR chat available for Oculus Quest confirmed. Roots.
Oh, cool. Well, we're gonna have to try that as well.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, accidental. I like that, accidental team kills. Because with Roots, sometimes it's not, because I do like to troll a little bit, just because I like, this is what somebody said in one of my streams. They were laughing at my ability to entertain myself, because that's what I'll do stuff and I'm laughing myself because I think it's funny. It's just fun. So.
Yeah, I concur. It's a load of fun.
Yeah.
And even like, what was that one thing that it was new when we went in there, but it's been out for a while now, but it was like kind of like a parkour style, like race thing almost. I forget what it's called.
I don't remember either.
You remember what I'm talking about though, right? When you're running walls, it's almost, damn it, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's too bad Sion's gone. He would already know what I'm talking about.
Oh, it was in Rec Room. Okay.
Yeah, in Rec Room.
Yeah, I kind of remember, but yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of fun, cool stuff to do. Just an unbelievable amount of free content in there. Literally, if you have a VR headset, no matter which one that you have, if you don't have any money to buy games, you don't need any money. I mean, there's literally enough free stuff to sustain you probably for 2 to 3 months at least. And chief among those titles, Rec Room. Rec Room would be your go-to on a daily basis, I gotta imagine.
Recycled says he wishes he could get all the skins for being Jumbotron like Scion. It's hard, dude. Jumbotron's not easy though.
Yeah, we didn't beat it.
And Chris Richardson says 1 year PS Plus membership for $30 at CD Keys. He picked up 4 years at that price.
Damn, dude. Yeah, that's great. Here's the thing: they're going to come out. They're going to come out in January, and confirm that you don't need PS Plus to do multiplayer anymore. That's what's going to happen. So your 4 years is going to basically be buying you PS4 titles, 2 of them a month for the next 4 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Gamertag's in the house. He made it. It's got to be what 4, 5, 6 a.m. or something.
Yeah, something like that, dude. And he made it just in time too. I was literally getting ready to sign off. What's up, GT? Thanks for showing up, buddy.
Chris Richardson says Stunt Runner is the name of that mode in Rec Room.
Boom. Thank you, Chris Richardson. That was fun. I enjoyed it. Even though I sucked at it, it was great. It was fun.
Yeah, it's definitely really good.
Yeah, I mean, I always wait because normally the PS Plus subscription is $60 per year if you get the yearly. But around Thanksgiving and a couple of other occasions throughout the year, it goes on sale for 45, and I always re-up for 45 around Black Friday. But if it's $30 right now, dude, I might do what he did and just put like uh, 2 years on each one of my accounts. I have two accounts.
Yeah.
So I might just go ahead and just re-up for a couple of years, even though I do fully expect what I was just joking about to actually happen. I don't think that they're going to make you pay to do multiplayer anymore. I think there's going to be other features for PS Plus, but I don't think that the multiplayer is going to persist as one of them. I mean, it's a dying thing, right? That people have to pay to play online. It's not the case on every platform, and it's less and less as we go on platforms that are actually doing that. So I expect Sony to cut it out as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we're changing. Everything's changing, Wes.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, Gamertag says PS Plus is a no-brainer. Yeah, I wish they would give us some more VR games. I mean, at this point, we're 4 years into the life of the PSVR. There's a lot of old titles that could be getting some real shine right now. Like, imagine if they would put something like HeroCade on PS Plus, and now everybody has a copy of Dread Halls that they can play that they didn't even know was on PlayStation VR. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff like that, stuff like Dying Reborn that nobody's buying anymore anyway. They could, I think that they should start treating PlayStation VR like its own platform, and at least every other month give us a free PSVR game on PlayStation Plus, because at this point they're literally giving us one game a year, and that is unacceptable in my opinion.
Yeah. Johnny Live wants to know what our favorite VR games are. I said yours would be Resident Evil 7, but
Yep.
okay, I was gonna say maybe that's changed. I don't know, man. I mean, my all-time game that I've played the most would probably be Audica, but and I love it, but I'm starting to feel like, I don't know, I need to think about this. What is my all-time favorite VR game that every time I think about going into, it's just like it's game on? Because I don't know that I have a game right
It's hard to
now
pick.
like
It's hard
that.
to pick one, right? Like
Yeah.
I could spit 5 to 10 off like easy right now.
Yeah, there's a good 5 to 10 that I rotate between that I could easily go to, but as far as my favorite, it's weird. Like I don't know that it's hard. I feel like you're asking me to pick one of my kids as my favorite, and I'm a little offended. No, just kidding. Um,
Yeah, RE7 might be being my favorite, but again, I mean, there's Half-Life Alyx, there's The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, there's Farpoint, which I love. I mean, there's so many good games. Um, Hellblade, I love Hellblade, Roots. I think not enough people played Hellblade in VR.
I'm gonna be playing it in this week. Maybe I'll be talking about it next Monday because I have not played that game for well over a year. I think I might have gone in with the Rift S, but it might be CV1 the last time I went in. I don't remember. So
Yeah, I'm going to go back into it as well, as I will Asgard's Wrath and Half-Life Alyx. I'm going to be playing a lot of Half-Life Alyx mods, actually.
yeah. Delirium Drew says he's going to be playing live RE7 pretty soon before October ends, and I'm in that boat with you as well, except for I've already conceded because I've had so many issues with Vorpex, and I might try one more time with Vorpex, but I'm probably going to end up playing it flat because I don't have any other option, but I need to play that game. And Halloween time is the time to do it, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap us up here, folks. That's 15 titles that we know of that are going to have Oculus Quest 2 enhancements from the get-go, which is impressive, Roots, because you know that there's going to be way more coming in the days and weeks ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things I thought I was impressed with this list already from day one, because this may not even be, I'm sure there's other ones that didn't even Well, I don't know why you wouldn't tell them, but I mean, I don't know. It definitely, there's going to be a lot of them coming soon, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, it's a marketing thing, right? I mean, you kind of want to have the news day to yourself. So, I mean, if you put out that you have these enhancements on the same day or the same week that everybody else is doing it, it kind of just gets washed off into a sea of news. But if you wait 2 weeks and say, "Hey, here's our patch, our update patch," now all of a sudden, not only are you do you have the headlines all to yourself, but now people who have these brand new headsets and are looking for stuff to buy, they're going to start looking at your game. So,
True.
yeah, makes sense to me.
Yeah, very true.
Anyway, Quadzilla says, "Good luck on that headset tomorrow." Yeah, man, thanks. Hopefully, it's a lot to do about nothing. I don't see on what in what universe that I should not get it tomorrow. Literally, I ordered it from Oculus immediately as soon as it went on sale. Uh, Hopefully, it's just a thing with their website not updating their shipping information, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's coming from Louisville, like Ruuts said, and they haven't picked it up, and they're just going to grab it tomorrow and bring it straight here. I don't know, but hopefully we'll have it tomorrow. You're going to find out one way or the other, one way or the other by staying tuned to our channel here. We're going to have plenty more content to come on Oculus Quest 2. Of course, as those of you who've been subscribed for a while know, we do Virtual Stranger Show on Sunday, live at noonish. I'm going to put that on t-shirt, Roots.
Noonish.
Live at noonish, because we're never on at noon. We're always on at noonish.
Noonish. It's good for a Sunday, right?
Yeah, and then of course every week the Monday show we talk about what we've been playing, and I'm sure that we're going to be playing plenty of Oculus Quest 2 in the weeks to come.
Ah, okay. Well, see, Gamertag says he ordered his from Oculus at the moment. It went never received a date up until a week ago. So I don't know.
Yeah, I still don't have my date, bro, at all. I did some hackery on the website with the developer tools in the browser to glean a private estimated delivery date out of it, which was for tomorrow, 8 a.m. But again, nothing that's public, nothing that they've intended to tell me. So
Yeah.
we shall see. Anyway, those of you who are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It helps the channel to grow. And like a growing boy, we need food, and our food is clicks. So give us those clicks. Click the red one, click the bell one, click the one that looks like this if you like the video. For those of you who have been longtime subscribers and you would like to do a little something more, of course, you know you could do so by supporting us on Patreon, where for as little as $3 per month, you can receive our weekly show notes as well as the Always Awesome Money Show. And we've got some epic money shows planned for the very near future. Also, want to once again shout out Overgees and Soren. Thank you. Those are our new Patreon subscribers over the last couple of days. Thanks, guys. We really appreciate it. And last but not least, I want to invite you all to join the conversation by joining the community. Join our Discord. You'll find that invitation in the description down below. We're on there all day, every day, talking VR, talking shit all the time. So come talk some shit with us.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Anyway, with that said, friends, I'd like to thank you once again all for watching. And for Roots, I'm Wes.